Hi and welcome to my channel. Today I want to share with you my collection from the house of Salvador Dali. Salvador Dali started a perfume house and released his first fragrance in 1983. Fragrantica has 74 perfumes in their database from Salvador Dali. The earliest was created in 1983 and the newest is from 2022. I wanted to show you the bottles I have so far from the house of Salvador Dali. This one I'm showing you here is my first bottle that I got. The box has got a window here where it's like 3D. And there's like this really nice looking drawing in there. The paper and the cardboard of the box, it's something different from what I'm used to seeing. It reminds me that it might be some kind of paper that has like cloth in it or something. It's got a really short ingredients list. All it has is alcohol denatured, water, and fragrance, parfum. The manufacturing date is November of 1999. It's written in French on the bottom. This is 20% perfume concentrate. This is a strong masculine fragrance. Good quality. Oh, it's very nice. It's got a little anise, I believe. I can just smell it in there. This is not as dirty of a fragrance from my Dirty Old Men video. I think I mentioned this one in that video, and it's not very dirty. He's not a dirty man. He's an interesting man. He's in his 50s and he has a white beard and mustache and his hair is really white. I don't know. I mean, he looks handsome. He looks dashing. That's the man that would wear this, and it is a little musky, but that anise, it's not licorice, it's anise. It's kind of like, to me, I think of anise as a little elevated. It's like there's something good about it, but maybe not something bad kind of thing. Yeah, but it's just the way they use the note with the other materials. Then I'll show you the other one with the lips. This one has a nose and lips. And this is Dali Perfume. This is a warm, sweet, spicy, but when I say spicy, it's more like warm spicy or light spicy. There's a journey, even in the first few minutes that you smell here. The different spices, and this is marketed towards women. The other one was marketed towards men. Okay, then what did I get next? I think I got this one. This is Laguna. I think it came out in 91. And Laguna is like what it sounds like. It is a light, musky, floral aquatic fragrance. So you got to kind of get used to it. When it's got florals like that, like white florals, these floral, musky fragrances, I find that I have to spend time with them before I even start to smell the musks sometimes. First I smell the aldehydes, but to smell the musks, like you have to kind of train your nose to smell some musks. Some musks you might be anosmic to until all of a sudden they show up. And so, yes, so at first it might not smell like anything, which is kind of like this fragrance. It kind of smells almost like nothing, but the more you use it, the more you kind of get addicted to it. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I think it has some really nice florals from my memory. I don't remember what they are. All right, so then next, I'm trying to go in order. Well, then I got this mini. And then shortly thereafter, because I get minis from vintage fragrances sometimes if I want it to be kind of like a sample, but it's not a fragrance that I know for sure I have to have. Dalimania is what this is called. So this is the 30 milliliter, I believe. The lid, this is a tester. I'm glad it has a lid though. but the lid doesn't snap on securely, reliably. So if you're not careful, you'll end up spraying it when you're trying to put the lid on. And I don't want to break it. I'm just so grateful to have this. And I got this on eBay. I think this is a fruity floral. Yeah. With maybe some melon notes there. Then I got, I believe this is Dalimania. It's the backside. This looks kind of 3D, but the backside is, see, it's clear through there. It's sculpted in, and that gives an effect on the other side. Yeah. This is also a fruity floral, but not as vintage as that. Oh, this is a light, okay, this is a light floral. I don't know what color. It's sweet, but there's something old about it, even though it's a sweet light floral. No musks, the aldehydes aren't strong. I think this came out since 2000. So I think it's kind of like maybe a more modern take on a vintage style of fragrance. I was unable to find Sunrise in Cadaques. It is a masculine, spicy fragrance that was launched sometime since 2000. It's got like it's got a bottle that has the color of a sunset and also a dark purplish gray. And it's definitely masculine. It doesn't really have too many masculine aldehydes in it. It's a guy kind of blend of spices that I think of as more like peppery type spices and not just like aromatic or heavy spices. Like they're kind of on the light side. I think of springtime as far as the type of climate that you would be having when you would want to wear that. I think it could be really nice and unique on a man. And so it's not that expensive. In fact, most of these fragrances I'm showing you here aren't very expensive. And let's see. Well, I don't have the full-size bottle that I got, but this is the mini. This is one Daliflor from 2000. And, you know, it's supposed to be like an evening dress with the woman. And I got 100 milliliter bottle. $20. $20 for a 100 milliliter bottle that looks like this. Some people would get it just because they want to use it for decoration. It's an okay floral. It's nothing to write home about. Yeah, I put this on a scent strip. Oh, I know. Yeah, I put this on a scent strip. Oh gosh. So I wasn't able to determine what in the notes could be causing it to smell like it definitely has honey in it. Almost like honeysuckle, except more honey than that. And then my most recent bottle by the House of Salvador Dali is this one. It's called Sea and Sun in Cadaques. And you see the sculpture in there. It's on the back side. I also think this was released since 2000. I'm gonna go through it with you. This is a unique fragrance. It's similar in some ways to this and what I told you about this, but it's a little different. And it's definitely from a different time period. It was launched in 2006. The main accords: floral, fruity, aquatic, citrus, powdery, fresh, woody, and musky. And the nose behind this fragrance is Michel Almairac. And the notes in the top: apricot, kumquat, black currant, water lily in the mid, and lotus and freesia. And in the base, musk, cedar, and amber. Well, you know, this one you smell, you spray it and you just barely smell a single thing. This one's less aquatic. This is more like fresh air than Laguna. Laguna is more like close to the coast, kind of aquatic. And the apricot, kumquat, and blackcurrant is really mild. It's just like sweetening the musks. And I can't smell any amber. This is not an amber fragrance just because it has amber. This is very, you know, water lily. This should have been called water lily. No, I actually like the name. I like Sun and Sea and Cadaques. I think that's beautiful. I want to read a little more about this Cadaques place that he's talking about. I don't smell freesia. And so water lily and lotus, those are perfect for this. But they're so mild. And there's cedar in here, you know, wow. It's a slight texture, but not really the smell of cedar. I haven't worn this very much, so I can't report to you about how it wears and how the musk situation goes. This is such a small bottle. It's not going to take me long to put a big dent in it if I put my mind to it. Because if I do, I have to carry the bottle around with me and spray it every so often and then sniff it and get a sense, start to get a sense of the smell of this fragrance. Because I sprayed it on this paper here and now it almost smells like something peppery, but there's no pepper note whatsoever. Is there anything spicy even? No. Maybe it's the powdery. So this isn't very fruity in my opinion, but it's more floral. And is this for, I was thinking this was marketed towards men this whole time. This says for women. And you can see the large size bottle on this picture on Fragrantica. It looks better when it's a taller bottle. It just looks more in perspective. Yeah, I love to show off my collection. I'll see you again soon.